That's why it gets that white color, because myelin is composed of lipids, and lipids are usually white after they've been fixed. And then the cortex here, the cortex is composed of cells, of cell bodies. So remember when I drew the neuron, there was a cell body, and then there was processes, dendrites and axons, and the cell bodies are in the cortex. But the cortex is particularly special because usually outside of the brain, when you have cell bodies, usually have clumps of cell bodies that look like this. They're called ganglia or nuclei, and then you have the processes coming out. But in the cortex, it's special because it's not a clump, but it's actually layers. It's layers of cells. All right, and that order makes it particularly complex because if one's stimulated, it sets off a very, very controlled signal to the rest of the brain.
It looks like tofu.
Thanks, Morgan.
I've never tried tofu, but I'm never going to now.
That's actually really good.
Dude, I love tofu.
I thought it
Now
like
we'll think
didn't
of
have any
your old
taste.
pregnant cat when we eat it.
It tastes funny by itself.
That looks
feel
really
PD
cool
with
with the gray
bad
and white
smell.
matter.
What?
That looks really cool with the gray and white.
Yeah.
You guys
So
missed
the
it.
blood
Yeah,
in
you
this
guys
has been
missed
dyed
it.
Take
too.
photos of this,
Yeah,
no?
the blood in here has been dyed too.
So, is that like an
guys
average
need
sized
to,
cat
like,
brain?
Yeah.
I can take photos of this.
Hi, Sama.
Yeah, because like I think
Kate.
Maggie thought that all of our pigs had like been given
All
steroids.
right. You see this part right here? You see this right
She's
here?
recording this.
That is totally awesome.
This here is the hippocampus.
Put it on Facebook.
Well, I don't see it.
Just give me space over here. Just give me space over here.
like put
This here is the hippocampus, and the hippocampus is part of what forms your memories. So if you come to a new room, for example, you're in a new room, cells in the hippocampus are going to be stimulated, and they're going to engrave. They are literally going to engrave a signal that pertains to that new room.
Literally?
So say this is a cell. You come to a new room. This cell is activated with a particular signal, and that particular signal means, hey, I'm in room 119 in Watson, or whatever this building is called. Literally, like a set of cells activate like that.
That's really cool.
And they're right here in the hippocampus.
Where? I gotta get a drink of water.
What is it? Is it like a bone or is
No,
it
it's part of the
also-
brain.
Is it like
It's a group of cells. So it's gray matter, right? It's gray matter.
It looks
So you
really
have a
juicy.
clump of cells.
It looks like an almond.
Oh yeah.
there.
Okay, now we see it.
Gray matter.
So it's just is it just like all the way through in the middle?
Huh?
Is that like all the way through in the middle?
We're gonna see right now. Hopefully I can get it.
Wow.
I've gotten it before, but with the sheep brain. It might be a little harder with the cat brain.
what other animals' brains have you dissected?
Did I say that?
My
out
dad
loud?
had
Mouse,
goat brain soup.
rat, a fish.
My dad.
Fish?
Well,
big are
there
those
was
brains?
A perch, a robin. I
Hey,
dissected
Ramsey.
the shark.
I dissected a perch.
Hey Maggie.
Shark, little pig.
So you see that space in between the hippocampus? That right there is the lateral ventricle. That's where the fluid is built up.
That's where it's all super, like.
So is it? It does feel like the same way the rest of the brain does, doesn't it?
What?
The hippocampus.
What do you mean it feels like?
Like
as
it
far as
looks.
touching?
It looks like it's like more solid.
All right, guys.
but,
If
yeah.
you're gonna take pictures, please sit down at that table over there and read your book. All right.
Like taking
What?
sections of the brain like cheese. It's like when Sheldon's complaining that she's putting the brain slices too thick.
What time is it, guys?
6:45.
Oh wait, I don't have my watch.
45.
45, yeah.
Okay, we got it.
What the heck happened to the watch?
I ate it.
Oh, I think you're getting it.
This is so cool.
Oh.
Send me that video. It's really, really clear.
Oh yeah.
Can you?
I can't. It's on my iPod.
Don't drop it, dude.
I'm totally putting this on Facebook. Though. Do you have a Facebook?
August 10th.
Maggie, friend me on Facebook.
Maggie. Yeah, find me on Facebook too.
Oh my gosh.
So they call it a hippocampus because it looks like a ram's horn. So you guys know what a ram is?
Yeah.
It looks like a.
It looks like a ram's horn.
It does?
Yeah.
Looks like an almond.
The amygdala is what looks like an almond.
The hippocampus looks like a ram's horn?
No,
Yeah.
it looks like an almond.
From
It
this
kind of
point-
does look like
From
a
this
ram's
point it doesn't?
horn.
From this point, not yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we get it.
So is it more
Because
solid?
it comes from the middle, right? It comes from the middle, it circles around, and then it comes down. Come on, guys, please.
Can't see.
All right, let them in. Can you see, Alex?
I don't know if Alex wants to see it.
I don't even know what that is anymore.
It's what used to be the front.
This is so cool.
It smells terrific.
Nerd camp is awesome.
Quiet. Fantastic.
I'm totally coming back to nerd camp next year.
Yes.
So cool.
They're all here.
I might
Oh,
TA
I
for
kinda see it.
neurobiology.
There's a class called neurobiology.
Yeah, it's somewhere else though. I don't know.
It's
where.
at Duke West.
Duke
We'll be
University.
eligible
Yeah, our
to go to
secret
that
was
next
looking
year,
at
though.
I might TA for that one.
You are?
I hope
Everyone wants to go to Turkey.
I hope you do. For which term, both?
so. I don't know. Probably for the first time. All right, you look in here. So
Actually, I was thinking about taking neurobiology.
you see, there's that right there. Now you can see why it looks like a ram's horn
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't see.
because it goes in. All right,
Yeah.
you see the space there in between?
Yeah.
That's why they call it a ram's horn because it starts from there and then it goes around and it comes down.
Oh.
Wait,
Wait,
I can't see
wait.
it.
An iPhone?
Oh man.
And there,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
hippocampus is the main area that affects Alzheimer's patients.
I need to borrow somebody's phone and just like take pictures and stuff of their pictures.
So these are parts of the hippocampus. The hippocampus is divided into the CA1 region, CA2, and the CA3. The CA3 is connected to the dentate gyrus, and the dentate gyrus is one of the only parts of the brain that can regenerate neurons. There's neurogenesis in the dentate gyrus. So probably like what my teachers in high school and in middle school, what they used to tell me is that the neurons can't regenerate or they can't be born once you have a fixed amount. But that's not true. In the dentate gyrus, there's neurogenesis.
Really?
Yep.
So why isn't there in all the other parts of the brain, huh?
Because the dentate gyrus is special.
So
What's it do?
is that
Well,
part more
the-
solid than the other?
The dentate gyrus is in charge of forming new memories. Dentate gyrus, yep. And that's a particularly hot field. The field of exploring the dentate gyrus. You see that then? So it's coming in, right? Like a ram's horn. It comes from in there. Comes from in there and it comes around and it circles. Right there. Can you guys see? Who can't see?
I can't see because you're facing
You can get closer if you want.
Yeah, we're like facing it from the other side, so your like hands and stuff are covering it.
so we can't see. Oh, that's funky.
What do you mean? How can I stand it? What do you mean? How can I stand it, Danny?
A picture of the cat.
I'm just looking from that iPhone.
A lot
The
here.
iPhone can see the I can see the iPhone. Therefore, I see the brain.
Ow.
I still don't see the brain.
I guess half of us don't even need the camera. We're gonna
Memorize it.
remember this forever.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I got a video of part of the lecture.
Dentate gyrus.
So cool.
So what I was taking off is cortex. And I mean, over here just seems like the hippocampus is just one isolated part. But the truth is that it's connected to the cortex. The whole brain is connected to everything. Everything is connected to everything.
It's like a hippie speech. Like everything's connected, man.
I love how you
Sounds like Jacob.
Save the trees, man. Save the trees, man.
Well, they hate you, Jacob.
What time is it, guys?
6:49.
Killed whale.
6:49. Alright, I gotta hurry up.
Kidding, I love whales. And
Patient's gonna die if I don't hurry.
Patient's already dead.
I believe that goes under our list of quotes.
Yeah.
The patient's going to die if I don't hurry.
Yeah, we should have all got these on the shirt.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to list all the quotes on the shirt.
We can write them in Sharpie.
Yes,
No, I'm taking mine home and writing it on the back. Not writing it on the back, having it put on the back.
So what
Oh,
does
you
the
put your hand
hippocampus do,
up
guys?
Don't worry.
What type of memory?
New memories.
New memories.
No memory, but it's particularly special in one kind.
Like places, like
Spatial memory.
new spaces, yeah.
Wait, then the dentate gyrus, does it have a special kind of memory associated with it?
The dentate gyrus works alongside the hippocampus.
Oh,
The dentate gyrus feeds neurons into the hippocampus. Ariel? Yes. Okay, go to that one.
So what if you get brain damage in the dentate gyrus?
If you got brain damage in the dentate gyrus, that'll affect your memory formation.
But can it regenerate?
Well,
Can it regenerate?
it can regenerate because it's functional. But if it's dysfunctional, it stops. Man, I wish I had more time, guys.
We do too. We do too.
I actually enjoy this.
We have like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to the soda shop.
We're going to see
If you guys want, we can take a vote to see if we can dissect another brain on Thursday.
Yes. Oh, everybody remind everybody else to bring their cameras. Yes.
Alright, so you see, it comes from in there. It comes from in there like a ram.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
see
so
that?
cool.
that is
I just snicked the back because I wasn't sure where it started.
Hey, don't move your hands.
Ooh, that edge is so
you.
smooth. Between that and the other cortex, that space is so smooth.
This right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about
It looks good enough to eat.
Ew. Kenny.
Oh, Kenny.
And that would hurt.
Sarcasm.
Yes, that would hurt.
Yes, Penny, eat it right now.
Another thing for the wall.
Yeah. That looks good enough to eat.
Everyone's gonna have to write down their favorite quote so I can take it home and put it on the back of my
I'm sorry, I cannot do all my favorite quotes. There's too many.
It's just like
And they're all
every
in
Write them
Yeah,
down on a
every
piece
quote.
of paper.
My favorite
We should
quote
write them
is-
out on a piece of paper and copy
is
them.
the one from Mean Girls.
Okay, Danny, we're talking about this class.
Yeah, this class quote. What's your favorite quote? What's your
Does
favorite
it hurt?
Does it hurt?
Do you speak Indian?
Oh, Kenny.
I have to hurry. My patient's going to die.
Life is alive.
You can scoop it, Ariel.
I'm just going to. I'm just going.
Scoop it out, Ariel.
I'm just going to scoop it out like pop.
I love the noise he made.
See, this is the great part about nerd camp.
Not-
is
not
we can
that
like
Maggie,
joke about
this
like
Maggie.
dissecting and stuff. Everyone else would be like creeped out.
Our
I know,
teacher.
right?
Oh, I thought you meant here right now.
That is so cool.
I say we take like 3 hours in class and just do the whole cat.
I know. It's
So we
like.
already did a fetal pig, and the brain is really interesting. So we could just take like 3 hours to do it.
Yeah, but the greatest part, again, what she said, the greatest part about
The
nerd camp
brain.
is we can joke about dissecting a brain while everybody else
Awesome.
just looks like
Right.
what
So this
looks
is
just on like.
just the left part of the hippocampus.
Whoa.
The left and the right are connected. That's why they call it hippocampus, a ram's horn.
Oh my gosh,
Because it's
so
two
it
sides.
comes like that. That is so awesome.
Yeah, and if we do it on Thursday, I'll have the brain ready for you guys. I'll take an hour before, have the brain, and then I'll dissect the whole hippocampus.
Sweet. If you looked at that under the microscope or like took a section of it under a slide or on a slide, what would it look like?
Ariel, can you flip the cat over so I can see the video?
Oh yeah.
Are his eyes still in there? Wait, leave it right there. I want a picture of that.
They're right there.
What does that look like?
Have you been recording this whole thing?
Yep.
Then,
Yeah,
then be sure to like send me that video or something.
Oh, yeah. You have to give me your emails.
I will.
Oh, I need to switch my HD video off my camera.
Do you want the picture?
No, it's okay. I got it on.
Guys, when I put this on
Definitely keep
Facebook,
this
I'm gonna
video.
tag y'all all in it.
You do that.
You're gonna tag us all in it. Good thing I don't have a
Tag
Facebook
me.
then.
Or, I mean, don't forget to add me.
Okay.
Good thing I don't have a Facebook then. I need to friend
Hey,
people
you
on
need to add
Facebook.
me too.
I'll get something on mine.
It looks
Exactly,
kind of
that's
like
the
a
point.
peanut.
I need to friend everybody on the Facebook.
Oh, is that like the hippocampus?
Peanut. Listen to Peanut.
There's no way.
Probably about
Are you going to
peanut.
get one when you turn 13, Morgan?
Again, another famous quote. Peanut. I want to see
What
a
time is it,
peanut.
guys?
6:54.
5.
Okay, we're coming to an end.
Wait, when are you gonna?
No.
It's so cool.
So
Goodbye,
this
pregnant
structure right
cat.
here in the middle, this structure right here in the middle is called the caudate nucleus.
Caudate?
Caudate nucleus. And
As in
caudate-
cow date?
Dating cows?
So there's the ram around it. There's the ram around it. Ram's horn around it. And the part in the middle is the caudate nucleus. The caudate nucleus is in charge of sending motor information to your spinal cord and then sensory information to your cortex.
Censoring like CENSOR.
Sensory as in your senses.
Okay.
Censoring information. Wouldn't it be wonderful if your brain could censor things?
Oh, your brain can censor things, man.
Isn't that why, like, if someone says something that you don't want to remember, typically, like, you just don't remember it?
Yeah.
Censor.
Or
I've
if
done
it's
that.
something
Like,
that's
my mom-
really embarrassing,
You know something.
always
You know something
remember it.
interesting. The part. You know those people that we say can memorize like 1,000 numbers. Yeah, they can remember anything.
Like photographic memory?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
freaking
the
crazy.
memory. Anybody can memorize something like 1,000,000 numbers in order. Anybody can. But what not anybody
But your brain
can
censors
do
it?
is remember it, recall.
Like, total
That
recall.
is the part that's difficult.
But can't-
Recalling information. Because when somebody there's been like some information. This is a Ram's horn, by the way. When somebody goes under hypnosis and they try to make them recall an event, it's actually very easy for them to recall certain events that they otherwise wouldn't have recalled. But so that shows that the information is stored in there somehow.
It's just,
But it's just
you don't remember it.
yeah.
Why do sometimes kids with like autism, they're really good at something
So it
like
comes
piano
from right
or
here.
something?
Oh,
It
yeah.
comes from right here. This is
And that's only half of it, you said?
So
this
what?
is only half of it. So
So-
this is the horn. This is the middle of the horn, and then it comes around like that. This is
So-
the outer part of the horn.
so-
So the ram will hit you like this.
So repeating Maggie's question. So how come like some autism people are like really good at piano?
Yeah, my cousin has autism, and he can remember anything from, like, any history book ever.
Well, what happens is that, and this is only a hypothesis of mine. I don't have like a scientific answer.
What time is
But a hypothesis is this,
57.
and this is why, like I'm saying, when you go to sleep, right? When you're sleeping, the reason why they say sleeping is good for your memory is because when you sleep, you're actually cleaning out your brain, essentially. So, say that today I don't know. I'm only gonna name 3 things. I dissected a cat. I popped my shoulder out, and then
We had a famous
I
quote.
drank lemonade. Which one of those things do you think is most memorable?
Popping your shoulder.
Popping my shoulder. So what the brain
Then the
does,
cat.
it cleans out all the information that's not as memorable. But it doesn't discriminate. See, the brain doesn't care whether it was popping out my shoulder, shooting somebody, or drinking lemonade. It doesn't care. It just cleans out the stuff that's most superficial. So
Like
the
lemonade?
stuff, yeah, like lemonade, something that didn't cause that much of an impact in my neurons. It just cleans it out.
So that probably
So it
means
cleans-
I forget everything
it
because I
cleans-
don't get impacted by
It cleans everything out. It cleans everything out, and it cleans everything out, including me popping my shoulder out, including me shooting somebody. It cleans everything out, except that my shoulder, popping my shoulder out, had such a strong impact on my neurons that it doesn't get cleaned up all the way. So essentially, sleeping, what it does is that it blocks out all the noise around information that's particularly important. It takes out all the white noise around it, aka me drinking lemonade and me dissecting the cat. It blocks out all that noise,
So
and it only keeps the stuff that that gives me an impact. Now going back to the autistic kids,
So it's kind of like refining ore.
yeah.
What
So
time
going
is
back
it?
to the autistic kids, an autistic kid, there's certain things that they don't process, but the stuff that they can process has such a strong impact in their brain because that's what they can process. Now this is only my hypothesis, and it's based on other knowledge that I have. there's no, I don't have proof for it for you guys.
Yeah, but that totally makes sense. It makes
Once you prove it and you become famous, I'll have this video and be like, I know him.
He was my TA.
Yeah.
He was my
Woo-hoo.
All right, guys. So that was the hippocampus, and that was popular brain.
Yay.